session, and we will include the questions about the presentations after the presentations. And let's start with the first presentation without wasting time. I apologize in advance if I mispronounce your name. Sorry for that. And first of all, the digital information for the healthcare industry, the lab tests directory software selection process in Beaumont's health system, from Laura Agoli from Oakland University, United States.
Merhaba hocam.
Merhaba Laura. Ben İngilizce başladım ama.
Ben de bilemedim. Yani Türkçe mi devam edeyim, İngilizce mi?
Ben burada bütün oturumları İngilizce gördüğüm için İngilizceden başladım.
Tamam, o zaman ben de öyle devam edeyim.
Nasıl rahat edersen, nasıl rahat edersen.
Peki ya, İngilizce devam ediyorum. Hello, hi everyone. So, I'm Laura. I'm a graduate student at Oakland University in Michigan in the United States, in the Department of Healthcare Administrations. And today I will talk about the digital transformation of the healthcare industry, and I will take the case of the lab test directory software selection process in Beaumont Health System. Beaumont Health System is one of the Michigan's largest hospitals. However, I will explain this later on in my presentations. So please allow me to share the screen. Özge hocam, bana yetki verebilir misiniz lütfen? Didem hocam, sizin sesiniz gelmiyor. Mikrofonunuz kapalı.
Deniyorum ben şimdi Laura ama sanırım yine Özge Hoca'dan rica edeceğiz.
Evet, siz de co-host olduğunuz için.
Evet. Ben orada rica edeyim Laura. Sen istersen birazcık kendinden bahset.
Oldum ben galiba. Evet, şu an yetki verildi.
Tamam, süper.
Bir saniye. Okey, başlıyorum. Görebiliyor musunuz ekranı?
Evet, tamam. Görebiliyoruz şimdi.
Tamam, ben diğer salonda da olduğum için hani belki yetişemem diye kaydettim. O yüzden. Tamam.
Sesi varsa sesini duyamıyoruz.
Ses gelmiyor mu hocam?
Evet, sesi gelmedi.
Şimdi geliyor mu?
Evet.
Salonu Health System. Beaumont Health is Michigan's largest healthcare system. Today, it includes 8 hospitals in Michigan, and it is the exclusive clinical teaching site for the Oakland University William Beaumont School of Medicine. It has become the leader during the coronavirus outbreak, and in the next slides, I will talk about the electronic health report that it uses, its advantages and disadvantages, and I will also make a comparison between 3 top vendors in the market, will state some barriers that need to be implemented, and recommend an alternative software. The Act on Health Information Technology for Economic and Clinical Health requires all public and private healthcare institutions in the U.S. to use an electronic medical or electronic health record system in order to store, integrate, and consolidate patients' protected health information. So, labs must ensure the accuracy, completeness, and usability of information. However, lab test directories face some challenges in terms of results, missing comments, results that are mapped to incorrect tests, or not detected errors, the turnaround time, etc. And for this reason, EHR choices must be made carefully. Beaumont health system uses Epic software in all its departments, and recently the lab started using the same software, which is the most widespread health record software, and is considered to capture more than 50% of new large hospitals in the US. Epic holds the 6th place in the list of American Academy of Family Physicians, and it has some advantages such as it improves workflows, improves the quality of care, analysis, increases the compliance, etc. However, let's have a look at some of the disadvantages of this EHR system and try to provide an alternative software that could be used. So first of all, Epic is not so friendly for beginners to navigate and use. There are many features and the department may struggle in using those advanced tools. It sometimes can be confusing in terms of medical records because there is not enough space to list all the problems. It is not clear enough how the service will be delivered, and the lab test services can be challenging, and sometimes the system can be really slow and poorly designed. Also, another disadvantage are the bug updates. Well, there is always an update and there are always some bugs left, and they have an extra impact in the workflow, and the support system is less efficient. And in addition, the low quality training may take substantial time for the employees. So Epic's shortcomings come in the form of integration and price, and it charges a fee to send some information to some other non-Epic platforms. And well, this is not very useful for its users to share information with other software systems. In light of these facts, I will provide a comparison between 3 main competitors of Epic in the market that can be used as alternatives for the Bowman lab test directorate. The first and the most important is Praxis, which was rated as the best EHR in 2020. It claims to be the only EHR and EMR system in the United States that is designed without template use. Thanks to the advanced artificial intelligence found inside Praxis, the EHR gets faster and easier as physicians start using it. Praxis occupies the first place in the list of American EHR partners and is rated as the best EHR by the American Academy of Family Physicians. It has the best reviews in terms of user satisfaction, and it's certified as a complete EHR that can be offered as cloud or server-based. Praxis is considered as the most efficient EHR in terms of time saving, taking into consideration the fact that even the most complex notes take less than 10 minutes to be completed, and it offers a simple user experience. Another potential alternative of Epic is NextGen Healthcare, a leading healthcare software and services company. NextGen offers better diagnosis for patients through records from previous providers, better medications, more detailed information about patients, and I want to emphasize here the fact that NextGen provides immediate access to charts and lab results at any location, allowing to monitor the patient's records, and thus it allows the lab staff to act instantly with potentially life-saving results. Another alternative, Cerner EHR system, is an integrated database that provides comprehensive services that are used within some of the largest health systems in the United States. Cerner has the ability to encode data, to manage medical records, to manage chronological appointments, and it's a really user-friendly software. So Cerner is also an easy-to-use software in the labs and offers support for sharing information among the network. In this slide, I will briefly discuss the barriers that the alternative software has to address and how the EHR that I chose will address them. So in terms of barriers, the first one is return on investment, and then training, cybersecurity, and IT support for the customers. In my opinion, the most suitable alternative software is Praxis. So Praxis is more than a simple EMR or EHR. It is an excellent software that through the artificial intelligence allows the users to get rid of the traditional systems. Praxis EHR offers fast and easy use for all providers in all departments, and also for the lab department for only $259 per month, with full clinic training with software implementation included. Praxis also offers a free trial for its customers. Thus, the return of investment will be higher in terms of efficiency and effectiveness. In addition, the training process is more personalized compared to the other softwares. Praxis training fee is included in the purchase fee, and each provider is assigned a personal Praxis trainer as well as a Praxis implementation manager. Training sessions can be completed online, in person, or with a combination of these two, any day at any time, even in the weekends. And in terms of cybersecurity, cloud hosting is the safest of all other softwares. The encryption technology is used to ensure that all the critical information is not readable. And in addition, the server is designed to run some backups in case that there is any data loss. In addition, Praxis offers IT live chat all the day, and email support, phone support, and allows the lab orders to send and receive the results immediately. You can find my list of references that I used for this research paper. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions or if you require any further information, please feel free to contact me.
Thank you, Laura.
I stopped sharing the screen. Yes, thank you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for sharing your presentation, and it is very, very good and very interesting topic for me. And is there any questions for Laura? I guess no. Okay, let's continue with the Lourdes Ruiz. Yes.
Hello everyone.
Hello, Lourdes. How are you?
Good. Okay. I'm going to
share your screen, and the floor is yours for occupational hazards in the university employees Ecuadorian case study topics.
Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Can you see the screen, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now I change a little bit the topic, but hello, good afternoon. My name is Lourdes Ruiz. I am a PhD student in Buda University in Hungary, and I'm going to present a part of my research that is called biometric screenings, the relation to occupational safety and health, a case study. So okay, so the problem description, biometric characteristics such as fingerprints or a handprint in the workplace have been used for two main purposes, that it is a grant physical or virtual access and control employees' time and attendance. But this biometric collection has been shifted to other processes such as biometric screenings. That is the process of measuring biometric characteristics such as height, weight, blood, to assess the health condition of the employees and monitor changes throughout time. Occupational, and also a topic relevant to my research is occupational safety and health, which comprises different scientific disciplines that focus on the analysis, recognition, and monitor of occupational hazards to protect and guarantee the workers' well-being. The methodology, I'm going to present a case study done in Ecuador that it is includes a biometric screening results analysis of biometric data collected at a higher education institution. The data is age, gender, height, weight. It also includes a physical examination and blood and urine samples and drug consumption. We used inferential statistics to understand the linkages between biometric screenings and occupational safety and health. The results, the data was collected for 409 individuals, that is 82% of the population. From this population, 88% performs mental work, that is office work or administrative work. 60% is overweight or obese and have high cholesterol and triglyceride problems. 57% has a sedentary lifestyle. 19% has musculoskeletal disorders. 39% has vision problems, and 84% is up to work. The statistics, the two tests that we perform are the chi-square, that it is a first approach to determine the association between two characteristics. Chi-square tests, they identify dependency between variables, but they do not establish the nature nor the relationship or the strength of this relationship. So for this, we need to get another specific tests, and that is the logistic regression. Two major factors influence fitness to work, that is the physical examination and the gender. And the results, these are the results of the chi-square. Type of occupation, that is mental or physical work, is dependent to four biometric characteristics. These are the gender, the body mass index, the laboratory results, the age, and it is independent of the physical exam results. And the occupational diagnosis is dependent of the gender, the physical exam results, and is independent of the BMI classification, the laboratory results, and the age. The discussion. After determining which are the dependent and independent relationships between these, the next step was the logistic regression. The logistic regression established two major factors influencing occupational diagnosis. These are gender and the results obtained via physical exams. What is occupational diagnosis? That establish if a person is fit to work, fit with limitations, or is unfit to work. And it is a medical assessment done to determine if an employee can safely do a specific job or task. So the physical exam results, this variable has an odds ratio of 4. That means that the workers who present physical exam problems are 4 times more likely to be diagnosed as fit with limitations to work. And gender has an odds ratio of 0.295. So that means that the person's odds to be diagnosed as fit with limitations to work decreases by a factor of 0.295 for a male employee. Also, biometric screening results aids in the identification of hazards that can impact occupational safety and health. First, the biometric characteristic is collected. Let's say blood pressure. The biometric screening result is that it has high blood pressure. This can can be an indicator of high stress levels, that it is a hazard, and that can trigger safety issues such as distraction that can cause accidents, unsafe behaviors, workplace violence, and unhealthier choices such as alcohol, tobacco, and drugs usage. Conclusions, biometric screenings constitute a vital part of the wellness programs, since at one event it is possible to collect several biometric characteristics such as height, weight, blood pressure, heart rate, and others. And these impacts keeps after the screenings, and it goes beyond the health benefits because it also aids in the identification of hazards, which are critical elements in risk analysis and consequently enhance safety behaviors at the workplace. Also, biometric screenings take health exams to the workplace and make them available to people that in another case they will not be able to access to these tests. And also, they can be the only opportunity for a worker to detect a chronic illness that, if it is that without any intervention, it can result in a catastrophic event, not just like an accident, but also in a chronic disease that can be fatal. And also, biometric screening results can aid in the creation of a customized hazard model specific for the type of job or industry. In this case, the majority of the employees were mental workers, so we can like identify what are the main health problems that this type of work has. And that's it. Thank you for your attention. If you have any comment, any question, please let me know.
Thank you, Lourdes. This is a good presentation for us. Is there any questions?
Yeah, you stop sharing.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, is there any questions? Let's go for the next presentation. Barbary Ugalava from the Ivane Julaski Tbilisi State University. Barbary is here.
Here.
Not here. Okay. Okay. I guess I see the Adnan Shamat Khan from the Al Falah University. Hi, Adnan. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm fine. Let's go for your presentation, issues and challenges for yoga education at secondary and senior secondary schools. Floor is yours.
Okay, ma'am. I'm just going to start.
Okay.
So I'm sharing my screen. Just a minute.
Yes, we see. Yes, it's okay.
Okay. Myself, Adnan Khan. I'm a research scholar from Al Falah University, India. I'm a research scholar going to present my research paper on the topic issues and challenges for yoga education at secondary and senior secondary level schools. See, we are living in a very rapidly changing world with all its tension, miseries, and threats to health. It is believed that yoga practices can solve many problems of modern world. It is now being accepted all over the world that practice of yoga can be of great help in the prevention and management of many lifestyle diseases. But people either not aware about the benefits of yoga or they don't show their interest for yoga education. Our youth, especially teenagers, remain busy with their studies and other academic activities, and they don't show their positive attitude towards this legacy. Due to lack of education of yoga practices and its benefits, schools are either not able to provide the facilities for yoga education or they don't want to take initiative of it. Many students want to practice yoga, but the schools have a problem for providing this facility. This here I'm just in this research and phenomenology. I have conducted the interview of 5 principals of senior secondary schools, and according to their response, I have written my research paper. After just conducting the interviews of the principals, I came to know that there are various issues for schools for conducting this type of yoga classes. To make it more understandable, I have categorized these issues in 3 categories: academic issues, social issues, and other issues. The academic issues, like not included in syllabus. The problem is with the school that yoga education is not included in syllabus. Just one chapter in physical education syllabus is there, and the school have to complete the syllabus within a syllabus with all practical work, theoretical work, and all the sessional activities. So this is the problem with the school because they have to concentrate on the academic things, and so they cannot provide the facility for yoga education. And they focus on academic only, and there is a time limit also. They have to complete the sessional work in a prescribed time limit. They cannot, this is another crucial issue with regards to the school, which become a barrier for yoga education. The schools have to have a limited time period for completion of all the sessional work, and other responsibilities lies on the schools. Yoga education needs sufficient time and concentration for its theory and practical. In Hindi, it is called kriyas. But the schools are unable to manage with all extra time slot required. So this activity is restricted to once or twice in a year, which is not sufficient to make student fit, aware, and get them benefited. Another thing is the next category of issues is social issues. Social issues. The first is in this heading: lack of awareness. Everybody knows this health is wealth. It is a well-known maxim. Contrary to it, people start thinking about their health when they don't feel well. In India, especially, the people take their health for granted. Stepping ahead, the youth, especially teenagers, are oblivious of their health. That is why they do not think of physical activities like exercises, physical trainings, yoga educations, and something like that. Due to this slackness and indifference toward health, they do not show their the interest in this type of activities. And one more thing, the big problem is the misconception about yoga. Many of the people think like yoga is a religious activity. This is the very big problem. And the schools do not want to enter this type of any controversial things. They just want to far away this type of problems. Many of the people do not want to practice yoga just because of this misconception. Schools are public organizations. They remain far from any kind of disputes to maintain their secular image. So they ignore yoga education as students from different religions, caste, and thoughts are there in the schools. And the next is their interest. Students interested to join gym rather than practicing yoga for fitness. Present era is the era of competition. Every teenager tries to app his favorite celebrity in this physique, dressing style, and all. They want they watch their favorite film stars, and in advertising protein supplements, protein supplements and all things to improve their physique. They are not familiar with the benefit of yogas. Schools that are big brand name about the big brand name, and they just want to make them update, and they just want to show that we are very updated schools, we are not outdated. But this type of thing is or misconception also is that when the school is going to practice yoga, the people think that this is outdated practice and all. Some other issues are there. The other issues are ignorance of government. A slackness is also observed on part of government. It is not promoting yoga accordingly. The government can arrange yoga workshops, seminars, and conferences. Because of this ignorance, neither the parents are aware, nor the children, nor the students are aware about yoga education. Another one is the lack of trained resource persons. One should practice yoga under the guidance of trained supervisor to get more benefit from yoga. But if the school want to start this type of practices, they do not have, they hardly have the trained resource person. Lack of trained resource person there is. And the career, sorry, it is copied once again, but the next issue is lack of career perspectives. At secondary and senior secondary level, students think about to make their career. They just want to opt that type of courses which is mostly demanded. But yoga, with the yoga, they don't have that type of opportunities. And there's a challenge for a school to survive this type of, to provide this type of facility in these all issues. This is a very big challenge for a school. Nowadays, teenagers are interested to join gym rather than practice yoga. Yoga is that is why school provide them facility of gymnasium, and they find gym trainer easily. This is also advantage with the gym that they find easily a trained resource person rather than the yoga. Due to all these challenges, the schools are not able to promote yoga education and educate the student about it. Now, solution to overcome the problem. To overcome the above discussed issues, government should take necessary steps so that people will be able to understand the importance of yoga, education. Once or twice a year is not effective to make the people aware. Our youth is just following their favorite celebrities. Nowadays, some Bollywood celebrities and other celebrities are just promoting this, like Akshay Kumar and Shilpa Shetty is promoting for yoga. So they can, the school can highlight all these things about yoga. Now, conclusion. The school plays a very important role in overall development of the student and changing their mind in a positive direction. Therefore, with so many issues, challenges, and limitations, society expects very much from the schools for any kind of changes amongst the students, for changing the mind of senior secondary and secondary level student toward yoga education. School can take some steps through co-curricular activities like practice yoga in morning assembly, provide a platform for group discussion, GK competition, summer camp, etc., so that our youth will be able to realize the importance of this legacy. Thank you all for concentrating and listening to me for my presentation. If you have any question, I'm there to reply. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adnan. And it's an interesting topic for me, and I'm a big yoga lover. And I guess you have a second
Presentation I have.
presentation, yeah. The name of this presentation is the attitude of secondary and senior secondary school students towards the yoga practice. And
Yes.
it's a good idea for this both see the challenges and the attitudes. I'm so glad to see this researches.
Thank you. Thank you. Next, I have to present now. The next one.
Yes, of course. Floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm just showing.
Okay.
My PhD topic is related with yoga education. Just to start, this window starts.
Okay.
The screen is not shared.
Not yet. We cannot see your screen. Yes, it's coming. Okay.
Thank you. So once again, I'm going to present my presentation. The topic is attitude of secondary and senior secondary school students toward yoga practice. Yoga is an old Indian discipline. It is a mental, physical, spiritual practice. Breathing techniques, physical exercises, and meditation are practiced in yoga. Yoga calms the mind and develops the health and make people cool, fit, and healthy. And so it brings happiness in one's life. Yoga comes from Sanskrit word yuj, which means union or unite. Yoga is a practice of accessing and integrating all aspects of our true life, body, mind, and spirit. But the problem is with the yoga that people have so many issues and they do not have positive attitude for yoga. The effect of this type of attitude in the families, the student don't have positive things. Some students want to practice yoga. Some students want to be far away from this type of practices, because the misconception is that this is the practice of Hindu religion, and the word like namaskar and this type of thing like that are being used in this. Some students have like to discuss this type of controversial thing, and some students want to be far away this type of thing. So here in this study, I am just going to discuss about that. In the situation of popularity and controversy discussed in the, it is needed to know what the student think about yoga practices. That is why present study is conducted to ascertain the attitude of the student with the topic attitude of secondary and senior secondary school student toward yoga practice. A hypothesis is made for this. A null hypothesis was designed for the study. There is no significant difference between the attitude of girls and boys of secondary and senior secondary schools toward yoga practices. Method. A random sample of 26 girls and 28 boys, total 54 students of secondary and senior secondary level has been taken to collect the response. A psychological research tool, Yoga Attitude Scale, designed by Dr. M.K. Mitchell, is used to collect data for the study. The tool contains a questionnaire based on 15 positive and 15 negative points to check the attitude toward the yoga practices. Categorization of attitude is made on the basis of marks scored by the respondents. Here in this, the data collected, marks scored by the girls, we have just categorized this thing. 3.84% girls shows a very low yoga attitude. You can see 11.54% girls shows low attitude. There are 5 categories: very low yoga attitude, low yoga attitude, average yoga attitude, high yoga attitude, and very high yoga attitude. 19.23% girls shows average yoga attitude, 30.77% high yoga attitude, and 34.62 very high yoga attitude. For the boys, it is 3.57% boys, very low yoga attitude, 7.14% low yoga attitude, and 14.29% average yoga attitude. 25% boys chose high yoga attitude, and 50% very high yoga attitude. Here is a comparison of this collected data. Comparison between the percentage scores of girls' yoga attitude and boys' yoga attitude. Very high. 50% boys, whereas 34.62% girls chose very high yoga attitude. And 25% boys and 30.77% girls shows high yoga attitude. 14.29% boys, whereas 19.23% girls shows average yoga attitude. 7.14% boys, whereas 11.54% girls low yoga attitude. 3.57% boys and 3.84% girls shows very low yoga attitude. On the basis of this collected data and categorization, we have just calculated the value of T. 26 girls was there in the study, and 28 boys was there. The mean of the score is for girls is 40.15, and for boys 44.35. Standard deviation calculated 12.54 for girls and 13.29 for boys. It was, and the degree of freedom was 52. The T value calculated 1.20. Level of significance, on the level of significance 0.5, we have just interpreted the data and find the result. It is evident from the table 1 that calculated value of T is 1.20, which is not significant at 0.05 level of significance for two-tailed test for 52 degree of freedom. Because of the calculated value of T, T is less than the table value of T at 0.5 level of significance. Hence, hypothesis that there is no significant difference between the attitude of girls and boys of secondary and senior secondary level students toward yoga practices is accepted. The hypothesis is accepted because of the value of calculated value is less than the table value of T. Now the conclusion. Through the way of yoga, we trained our body physically, mentally, and spiritually. Yoga has been practiced in India since ancient time. A lot of people think that yoga is just an exercise which involves stretching out body and creating connection in different body parts. But this concept is wrong. It is not only about physical, but also mental and spiritual. A person who practices yoga daily can connect their body and mind easily and have a better control of their mind on their mind. It creates a large amount of energy in our body. Yoga is very much important for all the people, especially it is very much important for the teachers to develop a favorable attitude in their student toward yoga practices, because they are our future generation. This study can be concluded as per the comparison of calculated and table value of t, that the calculated value of t is less than the table value, which shows that hypothesis is accepted and no significant difference was found between the girls and boys, and both the groups of sample have a favorable attitude toward yoga practices. That is a good sign for future generation to be fit and healthy. If our girls, boys at this level in teenage, senior secondary level have a positive attitude, have a good attitude about yoga and their physique, definitely this is a very good sign to be a fit and healthy nation. Thank you all for the patience and listening me for my presentation.
Thank you, Adnan, again, and it's a very good presentation for about the yoga. Is there any questions for the Adnan? Or any researcher? I guess we have no questions.
I'm very much thankful for Rating Academy and for this type of providing this type of platform for me for my research. Thank you all.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you for all participants. See you on the next conference, and the program is still going on. You can see it two different Zoom channel. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
You also, ma'am, for
Thank you so much.
replying me for my mails. Thank you.
Okay.
See you soon.
See
Bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you.